what I'm talking about is this is like really like high level Taoist stuff, and this stuff goes back like thousands and thousands of years, and is interesting. Like a few conversations I've had with people like this week, I'm just thinking about that and thinking people have said. There was a lady I was talking to, and she's saying about these various issues she has, and then saying, but I'm not sure sexual healing is what I need. And I think part of that is like a misunderstanding of what sexual healing is about, and also the power of this kind of stuff, you know. So I thought, to go into this a little bit more about what we can actually do in terms of sexual healing. Now, of course, we know like just feeling sexual energy and feeling love together with another person, it is a healing thing. Like, we know this, right? Of course. But there's layers to it, and deeper layers, where we can actually start like literally like going like deeper and deeper into our body, finding like literally the programming in our cells which has somehow gone awry, and actually like bringing ourselves back to our original programming. Now, our bodies, we are obviously we are created out of orgasmic energy. We're created out of an orgasm. This is like part of who we are, is absolutely essential and key to who we are, because this is our creator energy. Now, our body is full of meridians, which the energy can flow through. The sexual energy can flow through these meridians. And when it's flowing through the meridians, and specifically flowing through certain energy centers, we get like the, basically what happens is the body gets regenerated and optimized to like the most highest level it possibly can do. So this energy can literally go into our cells and start rejuvenating our bodies like at the cellular level, and basically make us literally feel like we have more energy, have more creativity, have more energy, have more vitality, look younger, feel better, you know. Like, it can do so many things to us. It's actually referred to by the Taoists as superfood for the soul. Now, the fact is, and you probably would have seen on this post that I wrote yesterday, which is that most people's body does not have any capacity to really hold sexual energy. So this is why essentially most guys, like, they struggle to last in bed at all, or to keep an erection, because their body is not able to hold the sexual energy. And I can say about myself that in the past I was just never would have an orgasm. This sexual energy was doing nothing in my body. It was just blocked. And so many women like struggle with their orgasms as well. We are naturally like completely very multi-orgasmic, and when this is happening and our body is in these states where the body is actually able to take the energy and move it through all of the meridians, we can really just keep like rejuvenating, and it feeds like every aspect of our life, you know. Now, we're programmed through like centuries, generations, not to be able to tap into our sexual energy. So we're taught the sexual energy is only about pleasure, or that it's a sinful thing, or all these different belief systems are literally keeping this energy like blocked into our sexual organs and stopping us from being able to utilize it and use it inside of our bodies. So to be able to actually even start to really fully tap into that energy and move it around your body, it really takes like a certain amount of work to go in the energy field and just clear out whatever doesn't belong to us. And there's a lot of people that think, for example, they go on a spiritual path, they feel like they've got rid of a lot of emotions, but often these emotions are repressed, and this is actually the worst situation, the most harmful situation, when there's a lot of repressed emotions. There's a lot of like self-control, right, instead of flow. Now, I'm not saying here, you know, go out and blow up a bank or whatever, you know, but I'm saying like there's a way of repressing emotions. There's a way of just letting them run havoc, right? There's also a way of channeling them and actually using them, so that basically you are, instead of being enslaved by these emotions, these are actually going from, it's like if you imagine you have like a Rottweiler in the house, and the Rottweiler is just out of control. You're up against the wall, scared to even go into the room where it is. And then you train the Rottweiler, and the Rottweiler is just there, and it's obedient, and it's your servant, and it's protecting you and doing everything that you want. And this is the difference, basically, when you have both your emotions and your sexual energy when you become the master. And it's very different from controlling. It's very different from repressing, because very often when we control and repress, the result can be dis-ease, and the result can be sexual problems as well. And when we actually have sexual problems, this is a sign that, like, on a very, very deep level, our bodies are blocked, you know. It's something like I really, really have learned to, like, listen to my body, listen to what's going on with my body. For example, in terms of lubrication of the vagina, many women will think, just put some lube on if it's not doing what you want it to do. I've cultivated this relationship with my vagina, and I notice if it goes dry, it's like, it rarely happens, but when it happens, I'm like, what's it saying to me? What's going on? What's being told? The same if I am having, like, you know, that I'm not having the orgasms like I usually have. The same thing. It's like, listen to my body, see what's going on, see what is my body telling me, because these are all things that are really, like, important parts of important ways to keep in touch with ourselves, and important ways to keep ourselves healthy as well. So what you can do with the Tao practices is we learn to cultivate energy, store energy, move energy, transform energy, refine energy. And when we do this, what we're doing is we're moving the energy through our meridians in our body, and we're bringing them specifically to the organs. We can also use it to rejuvenate the brain, rejuvenate the various glands. And once that we start to basically be able to work with this and actually be able to learn how to do these things with energy, what we can do is we can use this orgasmic energy to upgrade our body. And it's different from just having an orgasm, right? As we think of having an orgasm, which is one thing, you know, she having one orgasm or he having one orgasm. It's a different place from having multiple orgasms, and even, which is about a shift in consciousness, basically. But even going from having multiple orgasms, or sometimes, or whatever, to actually having the control of the sexual energy and the mastery of the sexual energy, where you're actually able to move it around and do these things with it. So start feeding it into the organs, feeding it into the part of the body. This is really like the next layer, where you're just, it's almost like having a kind of like a makeover of your body, but on like such a deep level that it can take you from, you know, maybe doing okay in life, going somewhere, but then taking you into a place where you're really just going like so, you know. I think that once you've done it, and I can say for myself, having not been in this place and not being able to do work with my energy, and really feeling like a victim of circumstances, victim of so-called chronic illness, victim of cannabis addiction, emotional problems, and so on, and then going into a place where I'm actually learning how to take this energy, it was like, and use it. First thing is, the cannabis addiction flew out the window. Various kinds of health problems I'd had flew out the window. And it wasn't that before I was having sex and then I started it, or having sex or something like that. In fact, as I was doing this work, I went through quite a long period of celibacy, in which time I was just working with my own energy. But it was more like a matter of basically going from just not being in control, not understanding what was going on, feeling like a victim to circumstances, trying really hard, really investing in myself, and getting somewhere but not getting where I wanted to go, and then getting to the place where I was just really like, wow, okay, this is just, you know, I'm in control of this, I'm the master of this, I don't need to feel victimized by these things and thoughts and so on that I had before, and these feelings. And I was able to start using and optimizing. So basically, like, I started to go and then be able to, like, I mean, okay, so one of the things was, I've always been very creative. I've always had a lot of ideas. I've always been creating a lot, but I had this big problem, like, bringing my projects to completion. Once I started doing this work with my own energy, it was like I just could like complete my projects. And I've just really turned, and you know, considering that I'm a person that probably, according to conventional medicine, I have dyslexia, I have ADHD, quite high on ADHD spectrum, for example. You know, I was diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder as well, and basically going and getting control of this. It's like, it seems like most of these things that were just, you know, weighing me down and stopping me from going somewhere, it's like they almost became like a non-entity, you know. And sure, of course, you know, we all have struggles, we all have difficulty in our lives, and I think the more that we push ourselves, the more we try to achieve, the more we try to overcome what might have seemed like the circumstances that we were condemned to or whatever, the more we're going to find difficulty, the more we're going to get kickback in the outside world from people who don't want to see us excelling as well. But when we really like get these tools and get the ability to do this, it's like next level thing. Yeah, I can't describe it anymore here. But what I want to say is, I want to invite you, if you're interested, if you're a person that you're in a place where you've done a lot of work on yourself, you've really invested in yourself, you take yourself seriously, you know, but you want to be able to have that edge, and I'm talking literally about an edge over life, over other people, over other things, and you want to really be able to excel, drop me a DM, get in touch with me, let's have a chat, and I want to tell you a little bit more about this. So hope you have a lovely, enjoyable evening. I'm doing another live on Saturday. I'm going to talk about how to ooze beautiful sexual energy that's going to basically attract people to you. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day, however much is left. Sending lots of love and light.